Hey everybody, welcome back to Wicked Good Sports. This is Bayou Breakdown. We're joined, as always, by Jack Tiernan. Jack, how you doing?
Ryan, thanks for having me. We've seen better days, but I still have a lot of faith in my Saints.
Yes, so, a low-scoring game for most of this. It was 3-3, headed into the fourth. There
hmm
was a fight. All right, take me through it. What are your thoughts on the game right off the bat?
Off the bat, the offense, the scary part about the Saints right now is that the offense really has only been good for, I think, arguably one quarter. Um, and that was the fourth quarter against the Falcons, if we're being
Right.
totally realistic here. Like, the only time the offense has looked like it has an identity was then. Um, since then, I don't really know. The Bucks are a better team overall for sure, defensively especially, than the Falcons. But I don't know, it didn't look good. I'm gonna credit some of that to Jameis playing with like four fractures in his spine. That's not
Okay.
great.
Jesus
That's not cool.
Christ.
Yeah, he
Somehow
played
that
through that.
escaped me. Can you elaborate on this? How did this
Yeah,
happen?
I don't know the exact play, but it happened during the Falcons game where he literally like broke his back, and now is still playing through it. I guess I didn't think you could do that, but I guess here we are. So, um, yeah, that happened. And then the fight, yeah, the fight with Marshawn Lattimore and Mike Evans, seemingly always those two when it comes to Bucks Saints.
Yeah,
Um,
take us through that a little. How did this rivalry start? What are the previous altercations, and what did you see in this fight in particular?
Yeah, definitely. I think, dude, I don't like Mike Evans, especially now. I'm obviously very biased,
Right.
but
Yeah. Yeah.
I think in reality he's just defending his quarterback. So the before we get into this recent fight, back, I think it must have been 2, 3 years ago. Actually, at least 3 years ago now, when Marshawn was probably a rookie. Um, I think he was covering Mike Evans at one point, and Jameis, ironically, when Jameis was a member of the Bucks, was on the sidelines instigating something here, like pointing fingers at Marshawn, like touching him on the back of his helmet, and be like generally being like annoying, being a
Right.
nuisance. So Marshawn does not take kindly to this, and he comes over and he's like, "What do you like? What do you want from me? Like, I don't know what verbal altercations happening there." Basically, he's facing the sideline, he's facing Jameis, and he pushes Jameis. And Jameis is like, "What the hell? Like, what's this guy doing?" And then Mike Evans, like surprised to nobody, comes out of nowhere and just levels Marshawn, blindsides him from behind. This is not during a play or anything. This is like after the play is over. Um, and he got suspended for a game for that because that you just don't do that. I made a reference earlier today to one of my friends that Mike Evans is like the Pat Bev of the NFL. Uh, it's just he's the worst. Like you can't. I don't know. I think he's a little crap. But this time, this fight seemed like Brady was complaining about something. Marshawn wanted a flag, so he was making Brady was complaining, so Marshawn was saying, "There's no flag, no flag." He's making the flag throwing motion, and then Brady chirps him back. So Marshawn chirps Brady back, and then Leonard Fournette comes over from nowhere and just like shoves the heck out of Marshawn. So Marshawn shoves Fournette back, and it's really between these three guys at that point. Then out of nowhere, Mike Evans, surprise, surprise, comes over and levels Marshawn again. So,
Yeah,
um,
sent over by Bruce Arians, it seemed
yeah,
to.
I,
Why is Bruce Arians on the
I,
sideline? Isn't he retired? What's
when
happening?
I saw that replay, and I was like, was that Bruce Arians? I was like, what
First
is
of
this
all,
here?
slim down, looks great.
He does look good. He looks real good.
Yeah. But why is he sending Mike Evans to attack Marshawn Lattimore? What is
Yeah,
happening?
I think we've probably seen the last of Bruce Arians on the sidelines after that.
I would
Um,
imagine.
and at least we've gotten Mike Evans out of the NFL for a game, I guess right now. That's a step. I don't know, man. The Bruce Arians thing was weird to me. It certainly seemed like he instigated, like, "Hey, go take care of that," you know.
Yeah, he definitely
Um,
did.
I think it has honestly. I think it has something to do with Lattimore covering Evans really well, and maybe that's biased. But I know in that game, the first one where he got leveled when he was talking to Jameis when Jameis was on the Bucks, I think Evans had like 8 targets and like 0 catches or something like that. And then this game was kind of a lot more of the same with him. He had one catch for 6 yards on like 8 targets or something like that. Wasn't good. Um, That's when Lattimore was covering him, for reference. So Lattimore does a good job covering Mike Evans, basically.
Right.
He's physical. Mike Evans is a big guy, so you have to be physical when you're smaller like Lattimore. I think that just frustrates Evans because he does cover him well, frankly. And I get that. You also could say that it maybe had something to do with defending his quarterback here a little bit, which I get. But I don't know, man. It seemed like a cheap shot. I'm glad Mike Evans, the aftermath of that, obviously Mike Evans gets suspended for a game. I'm happy to see that. I always forget why I don't like Mike Evans, and then he does pull some shit, and that's why I don't like Mike Evans.
Yeah. Insane moment.
That was wild, yeah.
I think I was watching Red Zone, and it was on the game at the time. And it's just like, what is happening? Like, they're fighting. There's a brawl. And then, I don't know. Mike Evans certainly deserves to be suspended.
Yeah.
And I saw, he was like, it's Tom Brady. What do you want me to do? It's like, I don't know.
Like,
don't cheap
don't
shot someone?
Tackle a guy? Yeah, I don't know.
Just
a thought.
Anyways, back to the game. That was, I don't know if it was the turning point, but after it didn't go great.
Yeah.
So what happened after that to kind of let the Bucs take the lead and then run away with it a little bit?
Their defense stepped it up. Jameis kind of looked like poo, if I'm being honest, in that fourth quarter. Kind of a far cry from what he looked like in the fourth quarter of the Falcons game. I think, to be honest with you, maybe it was a back issue, but at the same time, if he's able to play through that, I don't think you can really put all the blame on that. I just felt like lots of miscues. I think the Bucs defense was reading them well. Yeah, I mean, I don't have much to say, honestly. It just looked bad. Like it looked like it was lacking an identity. It looked like there wasn't much commitment. I will say, Michael Thomas looked really, really good again. Looks like he really hasn't missed a step. Chris Olave also looked really good. So he did better in this game than he did against the Falcons, which is nice. Look, I mean, the receiving core is electric. We know that. Alvin Kamara was out. That has something to do with it. He's a huge part of the offensive identity as well. I think chalk it up to, obviously, Bucs are a good team. Chalk it up to early season, still trying to get everybody acclimated. You still have three really good receivers in your receiving core, and you're missing your star running back. Those three receivers are still getting acclimated to this offense. Jameis Winston was out for half of the year. I think still some rust to be shaken off here.
Yeah, for sure. And then, like you said, Mark Ingram, he got the start. He's back to number 22. Yeah. No more 14.
I don't know. He was 14 for a while. He was 5 for a little bit when Andy Dalton wanted.
But now
14.
That's Jarvis Landry.
But now Jarvis Landry's 5 for some reason.
Was that number 80?
He was 80, and then he switched to 5 like the day before the season started, or something like that. I was like, why? You've never worn 5. Like, what's happening?
Never. Yeah.
Wants to slim down, I guess. Doesn't want that big fat 80 on his back. But yeah, so Ingram's back to 22, the original. Well, not the original. Sorry, 28 was original. I think 22
was his original number.
Yeah, I think 28.
Yeah. So hey, hopefully Kamara can heal up and it's a tough it's a tough matchup. Of course, divisional. Bucs are presumably good. I guess we'll see how they do without Mike Evans. But no, not hitting the panic button on Jameis Winston yet.
No, not yet. I think I'm going to blame it on the back, right? Not all on the back, but I think that definitely has to play into it. I'm not hitting it yet. I think he's still got, I don't know. I think he's still got a lot left in the tank. I think very early in the season, Bucs are a good team. Let's we got the Panthers next week, right? So I'm really not too. That'll be a panic button. If he does bad against the Panthers, then I think that's kind of like slippery slope here. What's going on? But right now, no. Bucs are a good team. I don't feel good about the game, but considering it was 20-10, like that's not really a high scoring game. No. 10 is not great, but Bucs are a good defense. So I think, all in all, not hitting the panic button yet. Let's see what we can do against Carolina, and then maybe that will make the direction of the season go the way it goes.
Yeah, no, I fully understand. Anything else about this game before we get on out of here?
No, I'm glad it's over with. I'll tell you that. It was not a pretty fourth quarter.
No. So we'll be back later in the week. I'm pretty sure to talk some NBA with Ryan as well. That'll be very fun. Jack, where can they find you online?
Sure. Best place to find me is on Twitter, and that's at Jack_Tiernan. Follow me there for my NFL, NBA, MLB takes. You can also follow my disc golf account, and that's at Jack Disc Golfs on Instagram. Follow me there for a bunch of disc golf content.
Yes. Please do. You can follow me on Twitter at @theFakeBMar. That's BMARR. We also have our blog. That is wecouldgeteverythingsports.com. I wrote there's thunder. I don't know if that's coming through on the mic, but
Uh-oh.
yeah, I wrote a. Jesus Christ.
That one I heard. That one I heard.
Anyways, I wrote about Tua's haters. Even when he throws for 469 yards and 6 TDs, people gotta talk shit, Jack.
Everybody else did that, not Tua.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, true. So, yeah, I wrote about that today. I'm trying to write more for the blog and just keep it going. So, yeah, follow that. You can follow the channel on Twitter at WickedGoodSport or WG Everything, Instagram WickedGoodEverything, Twitch or twitch.tv/WickedGoodEverything, and on TikTok, search Wicked Good Sports, search Wicked Good Everything. Jack, thank you so much for your time.
Of course, Brian. Thanks for having me.
And we'll see you all in the next one.